This is Jim Dedman, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs, and welcome to my shop. Today, we're finishing up on the tool holder project in part 2. As I said in the intro in part 1, I wanted to use the off sides of a CNMG insert. So I come up with an idea to build me a tool. And so we're going through the process. Today's finishing up of it, and also I want you to sit back and enjoy this video. Pull up your easy chair, get you a soft drink or beer, cup of coffee depending on the time of the day, and lean back in the recliner if you're in it, and just sit back and enjoy me making a fool of myself in the shop. Outside of that, let's jump into this and get this tool done. Good day. I'm going to show you a quick thing. This will be the finished tool when this video series is complete. So I want you to look at it. See, it's a chamfering tool that I basically welded onto a block that I machined. So you're going to come along, and no matter which two of the parts, this is what the finished product will look like. So I hope you enjoy it. I don't think you can see what I'm doing here. Let me come back a little bit. I have a line right here. We're going to mill this off. This is laid out, so this tool's going to lay in there just like this. So right now, I'm going to check to see. I'm actually going to mill a section out at the back. I don't know if you can see very much. Her tool holder sawed off and attached in there, and I've got that big magnet there just to kind of hold it into place to where I want it to be at. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to get a tack on it and get set up for that. There it's set. See, I've got a tack on it, so it's in place now. So I'm going to set up to weld it and try to get it welded in place. So we will see how this is going to look. I'm going to probably weld it and touch it up, grind it, weld it a couple times probably, just to be safe. But I'm not going to show the welding. I tell you, I'm not much of a welder, so apologize. Okay, what I've got right there is I haven't finished it. I still got to make the studding for it, but I wanted to try it out. That's what I wanted to do with it right there. Do OD chamfers. So the only thing I like to do now is to drill and tap it and mount the stud in it, and that's all we like. Okay, I can see where this is going to be a good thing. So there, and that's the edge. That's backing off a little bit. Let's set this thing in X0, and then let's go the other way. It's wanting to touch. It's just not one of the problems we're having here, is there's not a lot of room in this here gap. This is kind of big. For this job, it's not probably the ideal tool, but I wanted to try it out. Okay. So right there is my center. I'm going to center it, and you obviously understand what I'm fixing to do. We're going to put the stud hole in. It's the only thing we like. All right, now let's just see if we can get it to touch right here. And call that Y0 and get it out of there. All right, I don't know the width of it. I'll have to figure that out to get the true zeros. Hold on a minute. If you're new to the channel, when I build my blocks, I use quarter all thread for my adjustment rods. I mean, it's a simple hardware store item, and I've got my adjusters already made. I keep an extra couple in case I decide to make something. If you see my tool holders, you'll notice that. And right here is one that's sort of dirty. It's on my lathe. I'll set it there. And you see the threaded rod and the aluminum adjuster. The one advantage to having that is it's a little softer. So if something goes wrong or jams, this quarter rod will give. So that's why I like doing that. Okay, we're going to drill this hole now. So I'm not going to do a center, I'm going to do it that way. When I first started in machine shop many years ago, we done a lot of, I drilled a lot of holes and we made a lot of bevel gears in the day. And so with that being said, this brush, this is the first time I've drilled with this wheel in the steel. And somebody asked me about it, saying that what would happen if you got something like a bigger drill in a Bridgeport, and would you put your handle back on? No, you could just grab a spoke of the wheel and it would function just like a handle. I'm going to drill this fairly deep, but we're going to hand tap this because it's going into a blind hole. I don't like power tapping in blind holes. I don't feel that confident in my tapping or my power tapping ability. And I sure don't want to break a tap this far into the project. So that's the hole drill right there. Okay, now we're going to put a little chamfer on it. I'll just use this little countersink right here that I have. And that don't look pretty, I'll tell you, that thing's duller than crap. But my other little one's in the drawer. This one's been used and abused, I believe. I'm going to show a little tool I have got. I know a while back I done a video on making a tap holder, and I actually have it, and I still use it. But also, I purchased this a while back from Kit's Industrial Supply. Kit's advertises in the Home Shop Machinist magazine, and I thought that when I seen it, that it was a neat little thing, but it only goes to certain size taps. So I didn't buy but one, so like quarters or so, and so I picked it up because I liked it. And again, anytime I'm doing something that's questionable, like a blind hole or something like that, I prefer to hand tap, just because of the safety factor of it. If this was a through hole, I'd power tap it in a quarter in a minute, but this is not a through hole. This is a blind hole. I've drilled it deep enough I could probably go down in it. I'm not going to bore you with all the hand tapping, but I'm going to go ahead and get it done. I will say something, by the way, and this is just me being kind of honest with you as a viewer. There's always more than one way to skin a cat. However, and I will say this, when you're deciding on how to do a process, this is a prime example. Just because you see a guy power tap a quarter-inch into a blind hole don't mean it's really a good idea. You need to take your own feel and skill level into it and all. And what I want to impart here is it doesn't take this, we're not in this business, or I'm not out here in the shop to turn profit like some of the creators are. So take that in mind when you're doing your own personal projects like this. That, do you really want to power tap a blind hole when breaking the tap off's more trouble than it's worth? So that's kind of where I'm going with this. I mean, it only takes a few extra minutes, and just like this is the last thing to this part, it'd be a dang shame to break tap off in it now. Just trying to save 30 seconds or a minute or two. Okay, now we're going to coat this. Now, I know other creators, and Adam's probably one of them, that uses this gun blue, and it's really good stuff. I just found myself that I prefer to paste, and I prefer to take I'm just going to blue everything up good, because my shop's not climate controlled, so we tend to have a little bit of rust. And this is probably going to be a bit splotchy because of the welding and everything that's went on with this tool. It's probably not going to be as perfect as some of them. And I use a brush because it's just easier to do this for myself. And this is a one-step process. It's fairly simple, and it works really well. I mean, it may be in some cases a little splotchy. I just shot this with basically brake cleaner good to get all the oils off of it. And now I'm just kind of going over it good. I know there's other bluing methods, but this here cold blue from Bramwell's here for guns is just to me, it's just the easiest and simplest method. So I'm going to coat this thing good and rub it. I may have to coat it several times here before I'm done. So I'll bring you back here in a few minutes and let you see what we've got going on. Remember earlier, I mentioned that I like using this all thread. This is what I got. It's 1/4 rod. I go to the hardware store, bolt place, just get it. I've got a good bit of it. The different sizes. 1/4 sort of the standard I use. I've already measured this to the length I need. I got to chamfer the ends. I'll bring you back. Well, there it is mounted up. Let me zoom you in a little bit. And there it's mounted up. And that's the finished product. This thing's going to be, it may be that it may not work for everything, and I realize that because of this clearance issue. But for most OD chamfers, this is going to work, and I'm saving this insert. Now, I had the piece of steel, and this holder, I ordered it off of eBay. This is a standard holder. It was $10 shipped from China. They didn't want to put a lot of expense in it. So right now, there's other ways to do this. You could have cut this off and figured this angle up and split it and welded the tool holder together and used it, but I wanted to make a solid block to make it a little bit more stable. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Alright, let's try this again. I'll bring it up and I'll just turn this. There you go. Looks really neat. I probably got to fine tune it just a little bit. So, alright. I hope you enjoyed this build. This is something that's been kicking around in my head for a while. Let's do a little business. This is a copyrighted production of James Deadman, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs, for your entertainment or enjoyment here on YouTube. So please do me a favor. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe. Be a subscriber. Be a part of the fun. There's no financial obligation. It doesn't cost you a wooden nickel, as my friend Tom says, but just jump right on in there and enjoy the fun. Also, there's a thing that calls the comments. I mean, you see something, make a comment. If it's something you think you see differently, make a comment. I respond to all my comments, even the ones that sometimes the little green men that live under the bridge I call a troll. I'll even try to feed him every once in a while. So, you know, comments is what makes YouTube. It's that interaction with people. Part of the reason that I do this is not for financial gain, for darn sure. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope I didn't make too much of a fool of myself today. So if I did, maybe you can come back for the entertainment value. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will see you in that next one that I'm going to make sometime soon. So with no further ado, goodbye and have a great day.